shock. Meg's conspiracy cancelled utterly as palace staff cruelly called her Meghan and Lite. Meghan Markle was nicknamed Meghan and the Duchess of Difficult behind closed doors by palace staff, a royal author has claimed. The sharp monikers came after the Duchess of Sussex left courtiers in the royal households unimpressed with her behaviour within only weeks of arrival, especially when it came to her rude attitude towards servants. Biographer Tom Quinn made the shocking claims in his book Kensington Palace, an intimate memoir from Queen Mary to Meghan Markle after speaking to several staff at Kensington Palace following the departure of Meghan and Prince Harry to the US. One servant told him that the American's background likely influenced how she interacted with the courtiers, saying, "Like many people not used to dealing with servants, Meghan overdoes the imperiousness. So on the one hand she wants to be like Diana, a people's princess, and on the other she wants people to stand to attention when she clicks her fingers." Tom says this led them to come up with their own not-so-endearing ways of referring to Meghan among themselves, writing, "This cut no ice with the staff who, according to reliable reports, began using rather unflattering nicknames for her within weeks of her arrival, Meghan, the Duchess of Difficult, and even D2 or Lite." Meanwhile, the royal courtiers at Kensington, the same Tweedy, British, public school, ex-army aristocrats they've always been, simply didn't know what to make of Meghan. Her bad reputation around Kensington Palace while staying in Frogmore Cottage contrasted with their warmer feelings towards Kate Middleton, who is described as being much kinder towards staff. Kate is actually one of the nicest royals, and she hasn't let life in her extremely grand apartment at Kensington go to her head, or at least not too much, a palace insider reportedly said. Meanwhile, Neil Sean, who runs his own platform Daily News Headlines, has claimed that if there was a picture taken at Windsor Castle, as is reportedly customary when the Queen hosts people, it could be used by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in a Netflix show. The pair visited Her Majesty on April 14 before heading to The Hague, Netherlands to host the Invictus Games. Neil Sean said, "Whenever Our Gracious Majesty the Queen meets someone at Windsor, everything is recorded because it is seen as an official visit, even though it's private." Now what's been really interesting with this private visit is where is the picture? More importantly, was there actually a picture taken? I contacted my good sources at Windsor and they couldn't confirm or deny that there could have been a picture taken. But if there was a picture taken, and we have to say as ever here, allegedly, that remains in the ownership of the Crown, i.e. Her Majesty the Queen. He added, "Now, they were not allowed to take any pictures at the event, I'm told, and of course if they had done, either they are going to pop up on the Netflix documentary or, I'm sure, they would have been able to share them right now." Netflix is reported to have sent a crew with the Duke and Duchess to film a documentary on the Invictus Games. But royal biographers have claimed that the couple took advantage of this to film their meeting with the Queen. Tom Bower, who has been writing an unauthorized biography of Meghan Markle, accused the couple of exploiting the monarch. Mr. Bower said, "I have no doubt it was all done for their Netflix documentary. The Queen's advisors failed to protect her from being exploited by the royal family's worst traducers, while the Sussexes exploited an old, unwell woman to boost their credibility and coffers." Royal commentator Angela Levin said that the Duke and Duchess were pretty disgusting after the meeting. "Holding nothing back," she said, "I think he took huge advantage of his grandmother." She added, "I think she obviously loves him, and although she might be unhappy about his behavior, she does care about him very much indeed. He wanted to use it as an introduction to the documentary he's doing with Netflix, and I think that's actually pretty disgusting. I think